something beyond the active income, right? How are you going to build it? How are you going to build it? How you go? Because if you become executive director, you are called an agency owner. But as you know, you cannot become agency owner without some people in your agency, right? So that's what we're going to see right here. Um, Now, going back to my slides, why I will tell you why do you need a team? But before you even build a team, you have to have a vision. I'll share with you guys my vision here and our vision in Trust the Future as a whole, as a team of Trust the Future. I'm pretty sure Legacy Champions, you guys have a vision as well. And every individual, because when you are in Xperia, you own a book of business, but also you have opportunity to become agent's owner. It means that you start building a team, start having that vision, that big vision. A vision can be a mission, can be a goal, right? So I just want to tell you this, sharing with you, and I'm pretty sure there are some team members from Team Trust the Future here, having this vision and this mission of we want to at least have 100 millionaires in our team. Now, just remove that TTF over there, put your name there, like it's your vision. If you want to have 100 millionaires in your team, actually you gotta be one, right? So you can lead by example. You gotta be one, you gotta be a millionaire first, and then you start producing other millionaires. And also you need to expand across the North America, Canada, Puerto Rico, United States. So our vision is to produce and to build at least 1,000 EDs wide. That is a big vision, right? And also, not only that, we need to protect at least 10 million United States Americans, right? Citizens. Means that 10 million families needs to be protected. That is also another big vision right there. So how are you going to achieve that? And how are you going to achieve that? How are you going to help our leader, Kamera, achieve such big vision also she has? And also, I'm going now to talk to you specifically. Why team building matters. If she said that we have achieved those numbers, we have great business partners in the team. We did not achieve alone. It was not by myself. It's a duplication. We're going to look into that. Now, if you have a 5-year goal or 2-year goal, we're going to look at how can you structure it properly. Then you can achieve everything you want, right? Now, this is how it's going to happen. You need to understand why it doesn't matter, why you don't have to be a personal producer for a very long time. If you want to achieve that income you want, this is what you can call. If you have this book, type in the chat if you have read a book called Building an Empire. This book, if you have this book, type in the chat. And if you have read it once, you need to read it twice and 3 times and 4 times and 5 times until you almost know what they say in every single page. I'll tell you why. It's a very powerful tool right here if you're going to build an agency. Another book you can read is called The Power of One More. But when you read this book, Building an Empire, it says if you help enough people get what they want, you will get everything you want. Please catch that. That is a quote. It's not my quote, okay? If you help enough people get what they want, you will get everything you want. Also, you are just one more person, one more leader to change, to explode from explosion. Another quote that I like, it's not even a quote, it's what people say on the social media, that empires are not built by buildings. They are built by people. Why am I telling you this? It's very important to understand. Write this down. Because when you put your mindset that I'm going to help somebody to achieve, because somebody say that she's now making 4,000 a week, but she's probably making 4,000 a week, but not by herself, you know? She's probably also helping other people do the same, right? So when you have that mindset, you are duplicating yourself. You need to go out there and hunt, find someone that you want to for that person to make 4,000 a week, like you, and then you'll see what happens. I'll give you an example just in a minute. This is what I would say. Also, another quote. Type in the chat this quote: "Build people, and people will build your company." Build people, and people will build you a company. All right. So I hope you got that. Now, next, here at Experia, we have a great platform. By the way, can you confirm if you see my slides okay?
Yes, we do.
Yeah.
All right, perfect. So for those who join with the phone, please, you can do your phone in a landscape mode, not this way. And sometimes it's not pinch, you cannot zoom out, but just do landscape like this instead of having it this way. It works best. Even if when you're on camera, sometimes if you're on the camera like this, if you do this way, it makes even better. So now, why Experia is the right platform? We have a great platform here to help us build a massive empire. We have a clear and transparent compensation. That's what people are looking for. If they are coming from different IMOs, different companies, they're looking transparency, integrity. We look into that, right? We believe in the power of promotion. Basically, it doesn't matter if you bring people in or you don't, you still got to get promoted. And that is also powerful. Thanks to the program of ownership and shares and long-term incentives, Experia beats them all, right? You can even own a piece of Experia. How cool is that, right? And also the system, the leadership ladder, it's just become a senior financial associate, then move to SM, senior manager, then move to ED, right? Because where growth is intentional, if you put growth as in, intentional, leadership is rewarded and legacy is possible. What I'm saying is, take an example of me being a leader. I have responsibilities that I need. You have to have responsibilities. You have to have a role as a leader. And this will change you, will make you another person. You come in as a shy person. You come in, oh, I don't feel confident. I don't feel like, I can lead somebody. You will learn everything from in this industry. You will become a master of marketing, a master of sales. You become a mentor. You become a counselor. It changed you even to become a great person. I'm talking about with your neighbors, with your family, because you are in the people's business. Because if I know how to talk to my business partner when they are falling short or when they are feeling down, do you think I'm going to do a worse job when my wife is feeling the same? No, I'll be a great husband. I'll be a listener. Because of what? I'm practicing the same thing with my business partners because they come and say, Dios, it's been 1 month. I haven't made, $100. What can I do? I say, wow. So if this business will forge you into something great. Now, going back to my slides, as a leader, you have to have this as your key pillar. I mean, you can add more, but you need to have this, like the role of a leader. Great leaders. You can be a leader or a good leader, but we're talking about great leaders. You need to develop people, put people first. Then protect your culture, the culture that you have, especially when you talk about Experia culture. When you hear people bashing this and that, protect that and fight for it because what you believe in, right? And also have a duplicatable systems. Because if you can duplicate yourself, think about if I was going to recruit someone, or can I recruit myself? Am I good enough to recruit myself? So work towards that. And also, if you can duplicate yourself, if you can help somebody also do exactly what you're doing, that means you are forging a system. You are creating a system right there. So now, as a leader, you need to lead with integrity. I cannot stress enough about this topic. You need to lead with integrity. Be that person if people were to come and say, "Oh, Dios did," and I say, like 100 people will come and say, "No, no, 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 you're lying. No, 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 he cannot do that." Build that because one say, this person do this, and you have people fighting for you because what they know about you. They say, no, not only he's a man of God or she's a woman of God, she has integrity. No, that's a lie. I will have to go and verify, So that is the type of leader you want to be. Now, another thing, what kind of influence are you giving up, right? Because leadership is influence. Because if you want to be a great leader, make sure that your influence is making changes, is not affecting people negatively, right? Is bringing positivity in the community. Leadership is not a position. It's not like she said, Camara said, it's not SCD, it's not an ED, it's no what. No, 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 no. That's not a position or a title that we're talking about. What you are putting out there. So now I don't know how long I have maybe 2, 3 more slides that left, but I hope I'm using the time properly.
Yes, you're good. You're still very good.
Signal me. Just send me a direct chat. I will know. Okay, but I won't take much. Okay. Now, the culture and duplication, what we have here, that's exactly what I'm talking about, is integrity, excellence, consistency. I heard some champions talk about, I need to be consistent. I need to duplicate the same thing I did last week. I need to do, I did 4,000. Now I need to do 8,000, right? And also accountability. You need to hold yourself accountable. If you can't, find an accountability partner. Some of you in the Trust the Future, you know that we have that accountability partner program. You need to, if you feel like you cannot hold yourself accountable, find someone who can hold yourself accountable. Somebody who will call you and say, "Hey, last week we said we were going to recruit 2 people. Did you do anything?" And say, "Oh my goodness." Find somebody in the team that you can be a running mate. Like you say, "You know what? Hey, Mr. Neil, we're going to be ED together. So let's talk to each other every single day." Don't just, if I was you, and this is what I did back when I started this business, I looked somebody who was running as fast as, don't pick somebody who's slow, who's not going the way you're going. Find that person who has the zeal, who shows up every single day, and make him or her your accountability partner and say, let's run together. That will help you a lot. I'm telling you. Now, another thing I want to mention is this. Okay, so they say, and this is not me, if it can be duplicated, it can be scaled. So it means that if you can duplicate it, you can scale it. You can scale it to a massive, massive, massive result. Now, another thing I want to mention here is this recognition. If you have somebody in your team, if you got promotions, make sure, yes, you celebrate that promotion, but also celebrate if there are also other people being promoted at the same time. Make sure you're producing ring honors in your team. Yourself, go there first and then, produce the same. Do public recognition, the same thing our leaders do here in Xperia, right? So another thing I want to mention, which is powerful, we call the wealth shift. This is the mindset shift that people need to understand in this business. Take notes. I have a pen and paper myself, so I want you to take notes. I want you to write down, and this thing, I hope it never leaves your mind or your brain. It's called OPT and OPM. OPT stands for other people's time, and OPM stands for other people's money. We have a great system that allows us to scale into these 2 things, OPT and OPM. We have things that have been created for us, but we don't want to tap into it. How many people understand what we call overrides? Overrides. Tap number 1 in the chat if you understand what overrides means, or if you know what overrides are. Because that's not your money. That's not your your upline, how we call them, your somebody who recruited you, that's not their money, right? Okay. So if you understand what that means, you can understand OPM. Sometimes we have these great products, right? IULs, you can borrow against your cash value using, insurance money. That is OPM. You want to do a project, max fund your account. We talk about this, and we train our business partners and our clients to do the same. You want to fund a project, don't just go withdraw your money from a bank account because the balance is going to be zero. First, go max fund your cash value life insurance, right? That you have, fund it to the top as much as IRS allows you to do it. Then turn around, get a fixed loan, as a variable loan, and borrow against it, against that cash value. That is OPM. You are using insurance money because that money is not going to leave your account. It's going to continue to produce and to make interest, right? Participating interest. But you go do that, you finish that project. If the project is making more money, you can come back and pay back that loan. If it never happens, that will come from the death benefit. What is the death benefit? It's insurance money, OPM, other people's money. So understand that concept. But here in the business, I'm not talking about on the product side. Now I'm talking about the business side. They are what we call overrides, bonuses, all the shares. The shares also is the OPM because shares equal money. So leverage into those things, tap into those things. Because once those things start roaring every single month, that's when you have scaled a massive business. And I'm going to show you. I'm not going just to talk without giving you a formula or roadmap. I'm going to do the same. I'm going to give you the roadmap. Now, so that they say true leaders. Now I can talk about OPT. OPT, I'm not going too deep, but you understand the concept. Now, I say true leadership or true leaders stop trading time for money because they build system where time and money works together. All right. So also true leadership creates leverage, not labor. When I talk about OPT, I'm not talking about, I have people working for me. No. I create a system where everybody's winning with it, and then I get the results. It's not labor. No one is working for me, by the way. No one is working for a great leader, Camera. No. No, it's not how it works. We create system, we develop, we build, then the result shows. That money, whatever follows you, your work, the work you're doing as a leader. Did you get that? Now, this is the most interesting now you're going to see. Okay? I'm going to show you the power of passive. Let me see what time. Okay, looks like my 30 minutes is almost over. But the power of passive and residual income. I'll go quick in this one because this is just a complementary of what I just said. Active income pays your bills. Maybe you save on the side. That is active income. You submit a policy, you get paid, and then that's it. Hopefully no chargeback, because if chargeback comes now, you got to pay back. So that is active income. But then we talk about passive and residual income. Build freedom and legacy. Build freedom. When your income continues without your presence, you understand, without you producing whatever, you gain time, you gain options. Now you have options to travel, to do whatever you want, to do real estate, to venture into other business, but you need to build this business first. I will talk more into that at the end when I talk about focus and no distraction method, right? So where you need to build this business, put it on, like give your 150% in this business, build people. You will gain legacy as well. This is how wealth lasts for generation. Thanks to Experia, we have ownership program, overrides, and legacy program. This is generational business we're talking about. Your grandkids will get a paycheck when you're long gone, or your great kids, right? That is the passive and residual income we have here. How are you going to build it? By building a great team, by building other people. All right? That's a legacy thinking, basically. This is bigger than rank. This is bigger than SCD, NAD, EP, bigger than AD, or income you're making. Because when you focus, they say, I'm going to build something that my family, something our family will talk about even, for generations to come. You see, we still know about Rockefeller, but we never met the first Rockefeller, did we? No, but we know them. We know the family. So your name should live beyond you. And we have an opportunity to do that. Okay? So I'm going to give you a final challenge. My leader, you see, I'm right there on time. Guys, who is ready for the challenge? Let me see. Type in the chat if you are ready for the challenge. Are you ready for the challenge? Type number 1 if you are ready for the challenge. Let me see who is ready for the challenge, because this is the end of my presentation. Yes. All right. Type yes if you are ready to make 50,000 per month. Let me start with 50,000. I know some leaders here are like, I'm looking for 100,000 a month. So 50, but let's just say 50,000 consistent. Type yes, the word yes in the chat. All right. Let me see if you are ready at least to start with 50,000 and then scale it to 100,000. That's fine. But 50,000 going to 2026, are you looking to make from, January, February, March, at least by June, you already have a 600,000 there, right? So if you are looking to that, type the word yes. Let me see. Let me see who's ready, because some people are not ready for that. Some people are, okay, I'm ready just for 5,000. They just settle for that. Now, I'm going to test who's ready, who's not ready. This is how I'm going to test it. Let me put myself there. All right. I want people who are on camera, and if you are not on the camera, also come back on camera just for 1 minute. I'm going to test who is ready, who's not ready. I want you to raise your hand if you are ready to make 50,000 per month. Now many people are ready. I see only few people are ready. You know why? This is a joke, but only few people raise their hand like this. Most people raise their hand like this. You see, this is 10,000. This is 10,000 per month. This is 20,000 per month. All right. So this is 50,000 per month. Your hand must be all the way up, because nothing may stop you. Nothing should stop you to reach that. You understand what I'm saying? Because when you are here, there are some, I can't do it. I don't have, a lot of clients, So remember when we were kids, and like the teacher would say, who's ready to do this? And I say, yeah, me teacher. You remember? Like the kids don't have a limit.
Yes.
The sky is only the limit. Their hand is all the way up, right? But as we grow older, we have so many things to put us down. If it's our neighbors, maybe our colleagues, they say, you're not gonna make it. You're not gonna become a millionaire. So we limit ourselves. Maybe our thoughts limit ourselves. When we wanna jump to that 50,000, when you want to go to 2026, you need to go high without anything putting you down. Do you understand? That was the analogy behind this. All right. Now I'm going to give you, because I see you guys are ready now. If I say the same, now you're going to raise your hand up all the way up, right? Exactly. So now this is how we're going to do it. All right. So this is the challenge. Again, it's 50,000 per month. This is not a hype, because we just saw that you can build a system, can build people, can execute everything. This is the formula. All right. Boom. That's it. And then I'll just drop the mic. If you're going to take a screenshot, take a screenshot, me with that being included into this. All right. So simple formula to 50K a month. You need to recruit and build at least 100 agents. Make them active, licensed agents. Because if you see in your agency, if you have 100 active licensed agents that are producing, that are making at least even 1,000 a month or 2,000 a month, how are you going? You need to develop them You need to focus. If you have people who are not licensed, go and get them licensed. Then, you support them in everything. You with the training, leadership, system, duplication, and all that. That's number 2. Then you go to use the Expedia OPM. If Expedia can give you overrides, a list of $500, I'm talking about this can be more than that. Okay, for those who wanted to take screenshot, now you can take screenshot, right? However, this is what I'm saying. Override, the power of scaling. If you can get $500 override on 100 agents that are producing, guys, maybe my math is not right, but how much are you going to make?
50,000.
Is that hard, really? Going to 2026, can you do that to yourself? Can you do that for yourself? Can you change your family, your life by doing just that? Somebody say that she's exposing herself business-wise on 300 people a week or whatever, right? That's how you're going to reach that 100 people in your team. But I don't want you to have 10 people that are making 1,000, right? Or 10,000 or 100,000. You can make as many people, you can help as many people make so much money, and then you're going to achieve your greatness. I'll give you last thing. You see Netflix? Netflix, everybody here has a Netflix account. It's only $20 a month. $20 a month. But do you know if 1 million people, Americans, 1 million times $20 a month, they make what? That's 20 million a month, just because of the number. You need to understand the game of numbers. Going to 2026, by the convention in April, May, if you don't have 100 people in your team, you don't want OPM. You don't want that 150, that 50K a month. That's where this has to go high. Now, I want to tell you this. I appreciate everybody who's putting effort and building something. Even if you have 10 people, if you manage to have 10 people, even 2 people in your team, you can multiply. You need to add, multiply, and subtract those negative thoughts that are in your, that put you down. So I hope everybody's going to 2026 fired up. I just wish you a happy new year and God bless you all. My name is Dios Mukama. I approve this message. Back to you, our host.
Wow. Minds, guys. On
Yes.
That was
Awesome.
great.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Awesome. Awesome.
Thank you so much
Oh
for
my
that.
God.
We
This
are
is
really blessed. We
Well
are really
Yes.
proud to
some
be with
love,
you.
guys. Show some love. Let's see all those love hearts.
That was
Yes.
amazing. That was amazing.
Awesome. Wow. You guys are amazing. Love it. Thank you for all the hearts, for all the love. All right, Jules. Guess what? You still got about 30 more minutes, just so you know. But now it's on the other side of what we're going to do right now. So, Jules, you're back. And if you would like to bring any leaders, Jules, you're welcome at this point, because I know Trusted Future is a big organization. I would say that, I know Patricia says she's not feeling too good. So I don't know if Patricia is available. But anyways.
Yeah, I'm available, but I'm not well. I couldn't miss this. And, this has been absolutely wonderful, great nuggets there, EDDs that you just, threw at us. So now it's up to us to actually apply those nuggets 2026. What do you want 2026 to look like for you? Because the nuggets have been given to you. We are here to build this business big time. It's a mission, actually, guys. It's a mission. So the method has been given to you. The strategy has been shared. What are you doing about it? What are you going to do about it? Have you written everything down? I hope you have. because I did take my notes down. I had a book here. I'm not playing games. So yeah, thank you so much, Camilla, for inviting us as a whole. Trusted Future is here, and we are coming strong. 2026. Watch the space. Thank you, leaders. Thank you, everybody. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year,
Happy New Year
sisters.
to you.
Feel better. Feel better.
Thank you.
Patricia.
Yeah, get well soon, Patricia. We love you. All right. You guys heard it from Dios himself. Now we're going to give a few people room to ask questions because I know there are always questions. There's always something in you that you want somebody to say something to that. So we're going to pick the top 5 people. So when I say time for question, raise your hand. Oops, I didn't even say it, and people are already raising their hands. I love this. All right, we're going to take questions at this point, and we will all kind of like, just if you would like to bring anybody else, I know Patricia just spoke,
Yes.
but if you want to, to take some of the questions, and you can also take it, however you wish. I know you have a beautiful leadership, and your team is phenomenal. We've talked a couple of
Yes.
times, and it's amazing. And I just want to say this. We're going to take questions. So we're going to start with Miss Sandra. Sandra B, over to you. What's your question for Mr. Deals?
Thank you so much for this wonderful insight. Like, I truly appreciate it. My first question is, what is your system for getting new business partners on board? And then when they come on board, what is your system for training? Because that is one key thing that I'm trying to achieve right now. The system, putting in a system for training so that as a leader, I'm not overwhelmed. And then as business partners, they are also getting the most value for themselves and to run their business.
Mhm. Wow, that's a great question. So to be honest, I would say that there's no secret that can tell this is how to get new people, right? But one thing I learned is that when you let people know what you do, they'll reach out. So think about this way. If you were to open a hair salon, what would you do to get clients? You will let your friends know and everybody on social media and everybody that you open a hair salon. So you let them know what you do, right? And if you were to open, let's say there are some men here who like to have a car, and also women, I'm not stereotyping, who like to have like a tire shop, right? Like to change tires and rims and all that, right? So how would people know that you opened that? Tony, that you put some money into marketing, you would just advertise in your neighborhoods. Some neighborhoods have like a Facebook community. You would just post there, hey, I just opened a new tire shop. If you happen to need new tires, just reach out to me. So you let people know what you do. Not only that, you're going to recruit them or getting new people. Once you expose yourself, your services, you make flyers, use your social media. I'm talking about WhatsApp itself. People think social media is Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. WhatsApp is the main social media people don't use. Instead, they put, Christmas parties that they are in. They put they are traveling to Toronto. They're going to see this. So that does not bring any money. That does not bring any recruit, any business partner at all. People are not interested to see you going to Europe. Maybe they are, right? But it's not going to bring them in your business. Maybe if you are also adding that, hey, I'm going to Europe to look for business partners, but if you are in the US, hey, just reach out to me. Maybe that. But most people are just showing up their lifestyle, which is good, nothing wrong about it. But also they come here, they say, I need new people. So I would say just stop having those systems, have those thinking about putting yourself out there. Just post the thing, use ChatGPT to create some flyers, like a Christmas or New Year's gift. Hey, you can open a cash value life insurance policy for it's a lifetime gift you can give to your child. Just post it. And then people was like, what are you talking about? You may find just some people just like that. I'm just giving you a nutshell, like high overview in terms of tips, right? Now, going to say, I hope that, and show just give you a little understanding when how do you get new people. It's just simple. Let the world know what you're into business wise. That will bring something. Now, secondly, let's say now a new person comes in. How do you retain them? How do you train them? What is the system? I believe your leader here has a system that is already established you need to tap into. Some people are struggling to become executive directors because they are also nowhere to be found. They don't tap into trainings that are available. How are their team members are going to be in the trainings? You find out it's also a problem. So what I will do, I will go and leverage the system that is already there first. Be good at it. Be a master of it. If I want to make my own, I will make my own. Xperia and Rios and everything, they have a system. They have the Thursday POA and all that. We tapped into it. We grabbed the things, and then we make our own Trusted Future 7-day culture, right? So you can tap into your mentor's system. Since your people are close to you than your mentor sometimes, right? Tap into them and schedule as many one-on-ones you want with your leader to learn everything you can. Then once you are fluent into this business, it's easier to create your own even with the people you bring in. And if you see that it's too much, maybe you are overwhelmed, then make sure you, as they send the training in the chat, copy it, send individually to that person. Like make it, sometimes even pick up a phone call and say, hey, we have a great training coming up. Can you please be my guest in that training? Always just let people feel special, because even though you are investing, because this person, you never know, they may become a millionaire, and then guess what? That OPM, OPT will come to you, right? So I hope that answered your question.
Wow.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you so much. Who else has a question? It's time for questions, guys.
All right, before someone else asks a question, I want to shout out to our newly promoted, actually, when was that? Mr. Neil. We just promoted a new executive director and he's here, Mr. Neil. If you can just say one or two, shout out to Guy. Let me take this moment.
Yes.
Congratulations.
He just got promoted maybe
Congratulations.
2 days ago.
So,
Mr. Neil now is a shareholder, is a legacy owner, and is now in the top 5. So, Mr. Neil, what can you tell us?
thank you very much, SED Camilla. I know you said they shouldn't call you that, but it is very sweet to have that title. So I want to thank the leadership of, let me start from Xperia in general, because I came from somewhere where I didn't see the light. So when I got here, I saw light. How did I see the light? Just the topic of this little webinar we're having here today was the reason. Great leadership. And I have to thank people like Edie Dios, Edie Patricia, Edie Lois. They were there to mentor me to a point where it's like success is a sweet menu. So I took it off from there. But today is just 3 days ago. It was a very beautiful Christmas gift that I received. I woke up in the morning and I saw the chart was blowing off, and I was saying, "Oh my, this is sweet." But I thank God for them. It is truly an honor, because the Bible told me, it said, the race is not for the swift, but for that God who God has shown mercy. So there are other of my teammates that are there who are qualified. I know it will soon come, but everything has time. So I wanted to be patient, and I want our leaders, like, just please do not relent in what you do. Your good work will pay. Like you said, you are replicating yourself in us. And it is my pledge that I will do exactly that to replicate myself in others so that we keep moving on. So for Camilla, I saw you in Dallas. It's a great.
Oh, you did?
I did. So I saw you and your husband, and then it's enviable. So the journey had just started. So by the grace of God, we will hit the $50,000 every month so that we can be, I will be part of the 100 millionaires that is in the vision.
Let's go. Woo! Ooh, Mr. Neil. Let's show some love to Mr. Neil, guys. The
That's
new
what I'm talking about.
director in the house. Yes, yes, yes. Amazing. Mr. Neil, how does it feel to know that you own a piece of this company? Not just Experior, but a piece of AOG. How does it feel?
You know, that it was just like when I heard, I was somewhere, they said I was getting 25%. And I was happy because I was believing that I'm going to hit 3 million that I was hearing very soon. But when I heard that there was Experior, 70% to start, I said, it's not real. You know, sometimes you say it's too good to be true. Let us go and see. You know, I went to see. And it was Dios that was talking on that day. And I typed, they said, this is the best platform in North America. I said, how? Can you show me? I typed in the chat. Then he explained it and broke it down. That night, I signed up. The next day, I did my onboarding. The third day, I put in the policy. And I want to show I was in a hurry to see whether I would get 70%. And I saw it was true. So which means this is not lying. I'll stay put here. I forgot to resign where I was coming from. I forgot to resign. But I just kept on going. And here am I today because it is set up. So when I got it, I said, every day I hear people, they say shares, I'm reading it in the back office. Is it true? Okay, until I get there. Okay, they gave me the 70%, they gave me the 85%, they gave me the 100%. Will they give me the 115% plus every other thing that accompanies it? I'm saying, in fact, I'm telling you that today some of my good friends called me, have you received anything about the shares? I said, I just got it during holidays. I don't know how it was.
Got here.
But I'm just starting. I said, but I'm ready to pack my bags and go to the headquarters to go and sit down and see what is going on.
Wow.
So I'm excited for real. I have not slept for 3 days because I will be turning from my bed. I jumped down and went to the smaller couch. I go to the gym. You know, I don't know what to do.
Wow.
So I'm happy. I'm really happy. Thank God.
Oh my God, this is so joyful. Thank you for
It is.
sharing your joy. I mean, it is, you remind me the first day Charles and I got our first shares in Experior, you know. It was such a remarkable moment for us because, you know, we've dedicated so much time into organizations, companies that we've shared all our hard work, our knowledge, our intellects and everything. But we never knew that something was so refined as the shares of Experior. Let me tell you our experience because, you know, that's why I asked you, what was the moment? How did it feel? I remember when we first got our documents, right, sent to us in the email. We were like, we are not lawyers. We are not judges. We don't even know what these people are putting in this document. We send this information to one of our friends who owns his own private practice law firm. So we're like, please just examine these documents for us. Tell us, do you really think that we own this thing? Is it really legit? You know how you've been accustomed to certain structures and dynamics of life where you think everything is just the way it is. I'm telling you, when this guy read through these things, the first thing he told us was like, you mean these are shares that are giving you guys as though you guys were founders of that company? And we're like, what does it mean? He said, you guys are getting Class B shares. I didn't even know the difference between Class A, Class B, Class whatever. But when he went further to explain what Class B shares meant, he's like, you better sign those documents with your eyes closed because I've never, ever seen a legal document drafted that backs you up as much as what I've just seen in this document. So I'm not saying this. I'm saying this to encourage somebody here that for one time in your life, you are into something now where people really care about other people. Because when my lawyer looked at these documents and the things that he said about these shares and how it was categorized, it was mind-blowing. And I want to encourage you here. Guess what? When you get those documents, all those your friends are going to be part of your business, because from that moment, it was a great recruiting tool. It was an opportunity to tell other people, you've been in America for 20 years, you've been in America for 15 years. Do you own something? Have you ever had something? Did you get something? And all these things. And guess what? When they read those share documents, they jump in the opportunity. So thank you so much for sharing, Mr. Neil. It's very exciting. It's so powerful. And your joy it's amazing. Babe, are you on the call somewhere? My husband is somewhere. Let him come say something, a few words. Hello? Mr. Charles Madukwe, where are you?
Yeah. Hello, everyone. Good evening, everybody.
Oh, wait, you're Igbo, Mr. Neil?
Yes,
Yeah.
ma'am.
Oh my
Yeah.
God.
Yeah,
So-
he's Igbo. I can tell by his last
I didn't
name.
even know. Okay,
Yeah.
Deals got you already. Thank you, Deals.
Yeah. Hey, Dios, that was a beautiful presentation. I wrote some things down, and of course, I love listening to you. You're one of the best leaders in the spirit. I always respect you and respect your presence. So thank you for taking your time to be here. We are so honored to have you in our midst. And thank you for everyone that take the time to be here tonight. So I was going through looking at all the participation, and I see a lot of people here engaging, and this is what the spirit is all about. And 2026, we all already have our plan set up. I'm sure everybody already have those things in their mind. We cannot go to convention not having something to show for, and we have all those plans and setting everything. And very often, my wife and I, we travel and, visit other leaders in Esperio, other
Teams.
talk to them about how they, make all the success in the business. It blows my mind the structure we have in Esperio. Esperio is where you will come. You have access to every single leader. Like literally, as soon as you get your license, even with that license, you have access to the CEO of a company. I have never seen such thing before. You have access to every single thing, every step of the way. People are so eager. People are so thirsty to help you get to your milestone. That's what Esperio is all about. I remember when we joined Esperio in 2023, right, baby? Yeah,
Yes.
we went to Canada for convention. That was our first convention with Esperio in 2023 in Canada. And we were there, and they welcomed us as if we have known them for so many years. Guys, Esperio is where leaders open their doors for you. They open their minds, they open their strategies. They want you to win by all means. They don't even care where you belong, who recruited you, what organization. They don't care. Esperio is just come and succeed. That is why we love this place. And that's why we promote everywhere we go. We talked about this Esperio, guys, we need to go out there and make loud noise. There's no platform in this North America that can stand Esperio, that I can tell you. We have everything. We have every avenue to get every individual to become successful. So that is why we run this thing like our life depend on it, because our lives do depend on it. We train people. We duplicate people. Like Dio says, duplicate people. When you duplicate 100 people and they're making 1,000 every single month, how much do you think that will go in towards their income? And I love when he talk about Netflix. If people paying $20, 1 million people paying $20 a month. Can you imagine if you do that in your business? Guys, when he said that, I never thought it that way. When he said that, that really hit me in different ways. So I was like, So all this time, Netflix charging me $26 a month. Somebody's on the private island in the private jet having fun. So I'm like, oh, that's a good strategy, And guys, if we can apply those in our business, if we can apply those in, like, wake up in the morning, like the way you work, the way you have, like those that have 9-to-5 job, and that my wife and I, we used to do. If we can put effort that we put in 9-to-5 job in this business, trust me, you will never have a job. You never work for nobody. I'm telling you. This amazing. We travel to Miami and go to meet Angel and Juan. These people has been in Experior, guys, for 11 months for $1.6 million. 11 months. They make $150,000, guys, every single month. Every single month. Like, can you imagine $150,000 every single month, guys? What can that do for your life? What can that do for your family? What can that do for your children, your wife, your husband? What life can that money give to you? You know, so that is why we do what we do. That's why we're so passionate. That, you know, my wife, you know, she's the one that talks better than I do. And I'm more on the background doing other stuff. But we are so passionate with what we do. And we're trying to duplicate as much as possible into our team. We're trying to pour our heart to our team members. We're trying to give them every resources, every direction they need to be successful in this business. So if you're here tonight, if you're on this call, just know 2026, have your plans laid out. Execute every single one of them. Write it in a bold letters where you wake up in the morning, you see it. You know, execute every single one of them. Do not hesitate to do that. And look at what's going on with the Experior, the Experior AOG thing, Monty Homes, you know. Now Experior has gone into a different level. Guys, there's no other opportunity. You cannot find this opportunity anywhere else but in Experior. You know. So let us not, and a good thing now, they even have a way, like if you make that $10,000, you can have 20 shares. If you make certain amount, you have 100 shares. Now they even make it even affordable for other people because they don't want to leave people behind. That's to show you the leadership in the Experior Financial Group. So guys, let us not take it for granted. Let us go out there. Let us work hard. 2026, we are coming hard. 2026, guys. Thank you so much. Thank you for everyone for listening. Thank you.
Give it up. That's my better half, guys. Give it up for my husband. Woo!
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you, baby.
Thank you,
That's
Mr. Charles.
great. Hi,
Thank you.
Charles.
Thank you.
Woo!
Hi, Carmela. How are you guys?
Thanks, Charles.
Thank you.
Yeah.
1 second. We're going to give you. Yes. Hi. So we're going to take a few more questions. We have 2 hands up. So we're going to take Justine, then we're going to take Kingsley. Over to you.
I'm so sorry, Miss Camilla. You know my schedule. I can't be on camera, but I enjoy every bit training. Please permit me. And before I say this, I would like to thank the person that did not close her mouth to invite me for this opportunity. That's Mercy and the husband, Dr. Enes. I want to really thank them. There is one thing that I've learned so far in this business is one of my pastor preached, faith without action is dead. So I took that and I said, I believe and I have faith that I want to grow in this. But if I'm not taking action, how can I grow? So I started opening my mouth because they say closed mouth is a closed door. So I started opening my mouth. So a job that I worked there for 5 years and I've been doing this, I didn't talk to anybody. So I started talking to them and I came across a client that is a referrer, has referred a friend, and the chain of referrals is coming up. And the more I talk, I found out that a lot of people have no idea about this and they're so interested. I may not be having the number now, but I know that you have to open your mouth. Just speak. You know, it doesn't matter who you're talking to. I used to feel like, oh, you know, this person may not be interested, but as I open my mouth every day, I realized that a lot of people need it. And there's this one client that has made me feel like go more. The client was so excited when they approved her. You know, she has a condition that she was even praying. And I said, I was praying that they should approve me. She was so excited.
Okay,
But
just
what am I saying?
can you go to the question, please? It's because
So,
we're kind of like running out behind time a little bit. Okay.
okay, so the main question here is that I hunger to grow and I have that faith to grow. So,
Okay.
how can we get a correct lead agent that will help us with licensed agents to grow in this business? Because reproduction is my thing.
So the question is, how can you get leads? Correct. Good.
Correct leads, because I've tried couple, but it doesn't work. But the correct leads that will help us grow in this,
Okay.
produce more.
Okay. All right. Deals, do you have anything to say real quick for that? Because the other part of our presentation will be dealing with how to utilize, social media and other lead generating activity, because that can be answered there too.
I think I will let that be the part to answer that. Yep.
Okay. Because one of the things, and I'll say this, right? One of the reasons why, you're going to see a lot of us come here and talk about all these things, like the way Dio shared. He shared a system that is working for him. And he did mention a lot about, when you have a business, maybe, a beauty supply or something, what do? You let people know about your business, right? So they utilize that more. So, Justine, the second part of our presentation is going to touch a little bit on that. And definitely when it comes to leads, Experior has leads. I've not used any of them, but I've gotten people say they use those leads and they're working for them. So the AI generated leads that is in Experior is another option, and different other ways. And if anybody here does leads, they can privately, message that in the group, and maybe you can try their own leads that they've used in the past. Thank you. All right, we're going to take Kingsley. Thank you, Justine, for that question, by the way. So Kingsley, over to you.
All right. Thank you, everybody. Mine's not a question. I just wanted to share my joy, just like my upline, Mr. Neil. Yesterday, that was a Christmas day. I was able to recruit a licensed agent and completely did the onboarding.
Wow.
Yesterday as well. So that was my own Christmas gift.
Awesome.
The king.
So please, to other agents in there, one thing I learned in the military, they said closed mouth does not get fed.
That's
so
right.
Use your mouth as your tools and speak. You never know who you're going to touch. Thank you.
Wow. Thank you, Kingsley. And guess what? You're just getting started, okay? Keep doing what works. Awesome.
Yeah, let me say one more a little bit on that, because guys, this business is we're in a business of relationship, guys. We have to, my wife and I, we never use lead in any form, whether recruiting, whether production part. It's always us opening our mouth. It's always us going out there, getting these people. It's better when you build that relationship, personal relationship with people. Most of our agents now, they were once our client and they become our agent. We offer those things. We have to learn how to have a good relationship with people. And when you do that, one person can generate you about 100 people, just so you know. That's how this lead organization that's what they do. They have one person, they create it, they sell it. It's not even solid like what you can do for yourself.
Correct.
Our first client when we joined Experior, they are our agent now, including husband and wife and the kids. They're agent, and they refers to so many people. So if you build good relationship with people, you never know where it can take you. It can give you entire village, So
Absolutely.
you out there, look presentable, be respectful, and approach people with dignity and respect. That's kindness. Thank you so much.
And I just want to say this to add to what my husband just said.
Yeah.
Our first 100K ring came from one family.
Yes.
That family brought 10 other families. 10 other families are still bringing 10 other families today.
Yes.
So every time we're teaching this system, it's so that people can understand that there are so many ways to get to Rome, right? Use links, use these connections. And when we tell you we did this, and from that point, that first 100K, all those family members became agents and team members in our team. Because we now showed them that whatever you guys are bringing to us as referrer, you too can do it and build a business. So now they built it. They became our team members, right? Families, clients who later on became our team members. And these team members now bringing other family members and other family members and other. So a referral-based business, I'll tell you this, will last forever. Because you know why? You can never be in too many communities at the same time. It takes a lot for somebody to say, I trust you. There's a lady here, Mirabelle, you know, she was a connection from a business partner who all she had to do was just give me a phone call and say, I was referred to you by this person. And today she's an agent in our team. We did not do any prospecting. She's like, the person gave me so much credit about what your work looks like, and I'm just ready to roll. And the day she came in, we did not even, I said, what about the presentation? She said, sign me up first. Then we can talk about that later. That is the power of referral-based business. I'm telling you guys, it never runs dry. You get quality leads. By the way, I'm not saying that leads are bad. I'm saying that you get much more quality when you build a referral-based business. So I want to encourage more people. Our first 100K was from referral, second 100K, second 100, referral, third 100, referral, fourth 100, referral, fifth, referral, sixth, referral, and 750 is about to come and it's still referral. So there is something there that is working. So I want to encourage you, include that in your plan, and I bet you will never regret your business. Build relationships. When we talk about relationship, it means a lot. We are leading from our hearts. We're giving it to people. We're pouring into people. Add leads to them. If you're a great lead vendor, if you know how to exploit those. I do not know yet because I have a system right now that's still working and I'm not going to cut that source. So thank you guys so much. Dios, you were phenomenal. You were outstanding. I don't know if NLA would have completed without having Dios on this call. Everybody, let's unmute and shout out to Dios before we bring up our
Bravo, Dios. You're a champion, man. Thank you, Dios. Thank you, Dios. Thank you, Dios, so much. Thank you for being here with us.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you, brother.
Thank you so much.
Oh my God. Thank you
so much.
We love you. And now we're going to call on, by the way, some really outstanding, amazing people. You know, the wife is actually my sister from another country, okay? he's our big brother from another land as well. But anyways, this is not just anybody. He's our upline. He's our own SCD, by the way. And he happened to be on this call tonight. And this is somebody, because I don't know if I can even describe all his biography, okay? But I'm going to try with the few that I have, you know, in my mind. You know, this is a couple whom have built a massive organization. When I mean a massive organization, I'm sure a lot of you guys, you saw on the flyer that I put there, where I said a super base of 1,000 licensed agents. Have you ever, when Dios talked about overrides, maybe you guys didn't grab it well, but override is a system in which you can basically run this business without ever recruiting a soul, without ever writing a piece of business. And this is what these incredible leaders have done in the history of this industry. They believe in something, worked that thing so well, and became the best at that thing. Can you imagine making your first 100K without ever writing a business, your second 100K without ever writing a business, your $250,000 without ever writing a piece of business? This is exactly what this amazing couple will be sharing here with us on how they did that. It's a big risk. I always hear him say, I took the risk. I'm not encouraging you. Keep your pens moving. That's what he's always saying. But here, they did it, okay? This is Senior Executive Director, Experior Advisory Team Member, Platinum Plus Legacy Owners. That means they've attended all the summits already. Massive base shop of over 1,000 licensed agents. have graduated and promoted multiple executive directors, senior executive directors, and much more. 100K to almost, let me see, your highest earners in your team. I think maybe it's like, oh no, it's Charles and I, right?
Yeah,
Well,
you and Charles are the highest earners.
600K ring earners, by the way. And by the way, put your hands together as we welcome Hernan and Azi Rodriguez, Senior Executive Directors at Experior Financial Group.
Thank you.
Hey, go ahead.
Thank you, champions.
Let's
Thank you so much.
Welcome them.
Thank you so much, Carmela, Charles, Dios, and all the leaders here for the invite.
Welcome, welcome.
I thank you so much, brother. And I hope that I can see you're doing much better already.
Yeah,
no more
I'm
dark
getting
glasses.
better,
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So I'm going to pass first the microphone to my beautiful wife, Asi, and then I will take the microphone back because she had a message for all of you. Okay. Thank you. One second.
Hi, Carmela. Hi, Charles. Hi,
Hello,
everyone.
Azi. Good to see you.
Good to see you, and nice to meet some of you, which I didn't meet before. Carmela, for all the kind word about me and Hernan. I really appreciate it. You made it my night, and him too. But I really want to say first, in advance, Happy New Year to all of you. Hopefully next year, 2026, is going to be the best year for all of us. Like, we're going to rock it. I want to appreciate for your preference to choose us as a team and leader and choose Experior. That's a really pleasure for us, and I really love you all. Carmela, I miss you so much. Where are you? You keep promising me you're coming and you're not coming. Let's get personal.
Wait all together.
Yeah, and Charles, I'm so happy to see your eyes doing better. I feel so bad when I hear that.
Yeah.
He pranked me one time. I almost passed out at home. I know how to feel.
Yeah.
So anyway, I wish you guys all the best for New Year and Merry Christmas also. I love you all, and I'm gonna pass the microphone to Hernan to start with his classes. Good to see you all. Mwah, mwah, mwah. I like you so much. I love you so much. And one more thing, we both are immigrant.
Yeah.
My English is not perfect. My accent is Persian accent. Everyone knows. But the thing is,
It's okay.
it really sometimes I feel shy to talk, but now it came to my mind, if we can do it in this country, you guys can do it even better in US. Really. It's the best place to be, and it's the best place to do insurance, better than Canada. I know you guys are all doing good and great, and I am looking forward to see you guys next year, what is going to happen to all of us. Mwah! Love you guys.
Bye.
Love you all. Bye-bye. Bye.
Bye.
Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for having us here tonight. I really hope that all of you had a great Christmas with all your loved ones. For all of you that celebrate Christmas, and for those of you who do not celebrate Christmas, we still hope that you had a great time, on the holidays with your family and loved ones. And so I've been looking at the development of many of you, because since we have the pleasure to be your uplines on this system, every time that every single one of you recruits and pass the opportunity to someone else, we receive an alert. And we can see that all of you are so active by sharing the opportunity, because this is about sharing. It's about sharing and caring. That's why we all have a license. Because when we have a license, of course, it's a given, it's a must that we should do the best for our clients, for the public. But we have something extra, which is the best opportunity for financial entrepreneurs. And every time that we are sharing with someone, whether they have a license or not, we are really giving them a better chance to success, the success that they deserve in this industry. So all of you are doing something great. I am extremely proud of the leadership in this team of Carmela and Charles, and of course, of Dios, who came over to share his knowledge because he is a sideline leader to Carmela and Charles. So we also appreciate every single one of the leaders in Experior in the Icebreakers hierarchy because we are collaborating, okay? Collaboration is the key. And, I'm sure that you already had, a class, multiple classes on the benefits of being a shareholder in the company in AOG. But as we collaborate with each other, okay, it doesn't matter if someone is your sideline, as long as we are working together, okay, we will all also, okay, in turn, profit through the shares. So this is a win-win-win-win situation, okay? The clients win, we as agents win, our downlines win, our uplines win, and all the shareholders win. When everyone is winning, is the perfect environment for growth, and there is nothing here such as selfishness. I also want to say that if you want to really grow big, okay, you got to be thinking on always giving value, okay? Always giving value. The more you give, the more you will receive. For those of you that are people of faith, this 100% align with those principles, okay? And, I entered just a few minutes before you pass off the microphone, sister, and I was listening about leads, okay? We want to also share with you that even though we know some agents that are really good at working with leads, neither my wife or myself or even Annie, that is also an upline from all of you and our main business partner, we have never, ever purchased leads at all, either to write business or to recruit. And yes, you are 100% right. We have been in pure passive income, okay? Pure passive income. But before we joined Experior, we were writers in other companies. Okay, so we obviously know how to write. That's why we can also teach others on how to write. But getting referrals, like my brother Charles was saying, is so powerful because referrals will never end. And again, if someone is working with leads, obviously they have their place. But remember something, maximize those leads that you're paying, okay? If you're getting clients through leads, learn how to ask for referrals and do a great job. That way, if you spend, I don't know, let's say $1,000 on referrals, on leads, and you got, I don't know, maybe 10 or 20 leads, if you're able to close 5 of those agents, make sure that each of those, 5 of those clients, make sure that those clients pass you 10 referrals, and you will multiply that because here you want to make sure that you are working smart, okay? And make sure as well that if you're beginning and you don't have a lot of capital, we started with not much at the top of COVID. I actually just changed my desktop for the first time in 8 years because I said, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to waste my money until my computer is not able to render more video or anything like that. Squeeze the most out of the money that you have in this business, okay? Squeeze the most out of it and put your work out there. I know that a lot of what I'm saying right now, you have heard from other leaders, okay? But for sure, there is no magic, okay? The number one thing is let everyone know what you're doing, okay? Do it in a smart way. I'm gonna share with all of you a book that I'm reading, okay? I'm actually listening. It's an audiobook by Tom Hopkins. I believe it's called How to Sell Financial Services. I posted the other day in the Telegram group. Tom Hopkins, you saw it, right? So Tom Hopkins, I believe, gave this class about 20 years ago. Still is one of the best. I've been listening to it and I was like, oh my God, everyone should learn. Everyone should listen to this book. All the keys are there, okay? how to speak to clients, how to present it, how to prospect in an intelligent manner. Everything is out there. We all have to do is plug into the system that we have at Experior. Obviously, be coachable, listen to your leaders, okay? And remember that they all have, and we all have, a vested interest in you, okay? And on top of that, if someone who already had some success, okay, or a higher success than you, gives you a tip, like right now, I'm really letting you all know that book is incredible, okay? Read it or listen to the book, because we can have other mentors who already place books in place or steps in place. So the last thing that I want to say, because you might still have other classes, other modules that Carmela and Charles played for you, or you might want to ask me questions. I don't know. I'm here at your disposal. But another thing that I want to mention, okay, is that no matter where you are at this point in your career, okay, even if you're frustrated, if you don't know what's going on, remember, action, daily action will solve everything. And we want to share that we have done everything from scratch when we came back to this industry. And if we could do it, you can do it as well. We left the industry for 17 years. There was not even social media back then. We started with no contacts because we left completely to another industry, started in the middle of COVID, and we have done it all online from our home office. It's been 5 years, and now we finally said, okay, for tax purposes, we need some write-offs. Let's get an office, and also start building a local team. But if we've been able to do this 100% online, okay, with no warm market, okay, no warm market, no nothing, and we are in Canada, not in the USA, 95% of all these 1,000 agents is right here. Okay, a little more. It's almost 1,200. Thank you for your preference. That means that each and every single one of you, especially you who are in the USA, have such a powerful opportunity. Trust in the opportunity. Put us to work, okay? Not only Carmela and Charles and the other EDs you have. Whenever you need anything, talk to your ED or to your SED. They can book me and Asi and Annie to come and do a class for you, okay? Unfortunately, because it's so many champions of you, we cannot attend every single one on every single phone call directly. But if you reach to Carmela or to Charles or to Dios, or Neil or one of your uplines, and you need us to come and do a class or share something or answer questions, we'll do that. We also run BTOs in English and in Spanish, and my wife is going to start running them in Farsi if you want to go into the Persian market, and Annie does them in French as well, okay? Let us know, and when we have them, bring agents, especially licensed agents, to, create a shortcut, okay? And invite leaders. We will help you recruit them. So if you let me talk more, I'm going to keep you here until midnight. So I don't want to keep you until midnight. Hopefully, we are bringing value to you. We also want to wish you the best year in 2026. Stay focused, okay? Stay focused, Neil. Let's go crazy on this, okay? Because this is the year that is going to create the legends of tomorrow. I know that 100%. And set your goals with your leaders, okay? If you are an SM, not only shoot for ED this year, shoot for senior executive director, 2 levels above, okay? Right now, sister, we talk about becoming executive partners as well, Charles. So we are so close now to be the national executive directors. I believe we'll do it in 15 days. But now we have to shoot and get out of the comfort zone. Definitely executive partners in 2026. So each of you who are here in this call, don't just put the next level as your goal. Minimum 2 levels higher. So with that, I want to pass the microphones to Carmela and Charles. Thank you, leaders, brother and sister. Thank you so much for everything, okay? And thank you all from the bottom of our heart.
Thank you, brother. Thank you.
Thank you.
so much.
That was warm up, and that was just warm up, okay? Because
Awesome.
right here they have a bunch for you tonight.
Let's do it.
The first part of your presentation today, it's about how did you grow such a massive organization of 1,000 licensed agents in this little window, and what gives you that reassurance to constantly know that without your pen moving, right?
Yes.
Overrides are going to keep coming. Just a little bit on that override. You know, people got so excited, and I was like, the master of override is on its way. So you guys are going to get all the juice out. So we're so glad you're here, because you know it's so amazing to see that this business can run itself by itself without you being able to even raise your pen. But what is that thing that you did that made that happen? Because now you just mentioned that you're about hitting 1,200 licensed agents, which is incredible. You know,
thank you.
In such a short window, you guys are about to do that. So my question now is, how can you tell the new person in the room who hasn't really built that confidence, believing that, okay, I can get to 1,000 license one day, or I can get to this? What is that thing that you're going to tell them that you do on a daily basis to keep that number going without interference? So that's.
Thank you.
Go ahead.
Thank you. So I'm gonna repeat the question. So how to get to 1,000 licensed agents? How did I knew it is possible to do it, and what we are doing to achieve it? Okay, great question, sister. And so the first thing that I wanna share with all of you is that I already, and you can do this as well, look at people who already have achieved it. For me, you know, I joined in 1998 a company by the name Primerica, and in the year 2000, WFG, when it was called WMA, and we left the industry. But because we always, you know, were looking at the success of those who stay in those companies and continue growing, we knew it was possible because, sister, whatever a human can do, another human can do again. So not because we never did it before meant that we couldn't do it. We knew that many people were doing it in other organizations. That's the proof. We don't need to experience things in our own skin to know that they are possible. So I was always motivated, okay, by seeing all these leaders on stage. And, you know, even though we went to other industries, I became a sales trainer for other industries, right? And I was always wondering what would have happened if I stay in any of those two companies, you know, to where would we have grown, you know? And so when Experior presented itself, we joined Experior about 5 years ago, a little bit more than 5 years and 7 months. But again, we did nothing the first 12, okay, months, nothing. We were selling our land in Mexico in the middle of COVID, and we made a choice, and we said, if we're gonna do something, let's do it. Otherwise, let's move out, okay? Because that's how we think. You all can think in a different way. That's when we started going. And to us, you know, because I always share with my wife, with us, you know, this is a great opportunity. You can build teams. You can have passive income. In COVID, we really needed a passive income, because in Canada, they lock us down 100%. It's not like some of the states in the US, like in, you know, Florida, where you could continue going out and no problem, everything is good. Over here, they were locking us down. So the key is passive income, because we never know if there's another pandemic hitting us, so we shouldn't forget about that. So again, we knew it was possible because others did it in other companies, okay? And when we saw the compensation plan in Experior, okay, where for those of you who do not know this, you gotta see the compensation plan, and you gotta understand that we beat, I wanna say, every other system of builders in North America. Okay, so keep these numbers and write these numbers down. There is over 1 million life insurance licensed agents in the USA, over 1 million, okay? And I would say that 50 to 60% of those agents are underpaid. They are with companies who start them at 25% or 30%, Neil, okay? When we start them at 70, to me, I saw that and I said, oh man, we can build as big as Primerica, we can build as big as WFG, that's awesome. And we can start people and more than double what they start them. To me, immediately, boom, it made sense, sister. I said, this is gonna be a walk in the park. All we need to do is to share the opportunity with everyone. But in our case, we focus into sharing the opportunity, laser focus into licensed agents. Now, none of us were born with a license. So obviously, when someone calls us and they don't have a license, we obviously bring them the opportunity. But we personally believe, okay, that our opportunity is so powerful that if you at least focus 50% of your recruiting efforts into licensed agents, you're going to be collapsing timeframes. And those licensed agents will do the same that you show them. So this is follow the leader and repeat what the leader is doing business. If your agents do the same, you're gonna start grabbing traction faster than ever before, okay? And always, if for those of you who follow me social media, sometimes you will see like Hernán is saying the same, he's only changing his shirt and the background because the message is the same when you're recruiting licensed agents. I just put this out there, Neil. When I send a message in LinkedIn, I do a filter to licensed agents, and I go like, hey, Neil, how would you like to be able to attract and retain licensed agents? Attract and retain licensed agents, because that is the fantasy of every single builder in the industry. Because most of them cannot attract licensed agents because they pay so little in the builder systems. And most builder systems out there that are big, they lose 30% of their licensed agents year after year. So if you wanna, that's what we have done. You ask me, I'm letting you know what we have done. Our message is very simple. It's very clear. We know what we want. We want to empower as many licensed agents as possible. Yes, some are retiring, they're becoming older. We need new blood. That's always good. But there is so many young people already also with licenses and people of all different ages. So that is the key. And, I can go farther, but I just want to let you know that's all we have done. Yeah, and one thing that us is letting me know, to let you know, is be constant and work hard because, every day, we do it in different phases, of course. Sometimes we take a few days off to recharge. But when you say, okay, these are the days or the hours that I'm going to dedicate to recruit and to reach out, make sure you really do it massively, okay? Sometimes you see me and I wake up, I don't know, if I cannot sleep deep, I start at 6 a.m. Pacific, which is 9 o'clock Eastern. And I am just messaging until 11 at night Pacific time. So I go nuts, I go hardcore. Now, obviously, if you have a partner in the business, if you have your spouse, for those of you who have a spouse, if your spouse for any reason is not right in business, okay, or is not licensed, but if your spouse, like in the case, we couldn't have any of this without Asi helping, because she takes care of every single thing, in the house and in the family, so that all I have to do is this. I put the blinders, Brother Charles. I just go nuts because I know that Asi has everything ready. Otherwise, I couldn't do it, right? We cannot do it. We need to recruit our partners. We need to recruit our spouses. And for those of you who don't have a spouse but have children and other children or a sister or a brother, make them believe, make them see, okay? Share. Okay. And the other thing, why did I not give up? You were mentioning something like this, sister. How did you know it was possible? Now, we knew it was possible because of the logic, because of the numbers, but we all are human and we will have moments of doubt. Okay. We will have moments of doubt. And I have said it a few times, but I'm going to say it again so that you know. I almost quit 3 times. And the problem and the reason for that was because we were not writing business, okay? We had some savings, and we bet everything, no plan B. We had some savings. We sold some land in Mexico that I had, and we were doing our own calculations, but everything was just theory for us, okay? And we were saying in these many months or years, the overrides will kick in. So even though we were tempted to write, we were passing clients to others, obviously, but you know that the biggest amount of money here comes in when you write, okay? So don't make this mistake. We were not writing, and our bank account was coming down and coming down and coming down and coming down and coming down, and the override sometimes as your business, starts recruiting, is moving slower up than the money that you use for a living. So we miscalculated. It brought us a lot of stress. I miscalculated for 6 to 8 months for the overrides to really come in and take care of our expenses, okay? And we were entering into debt. Don't make that mistake. So write business. But why I didn't quit was because I had 4 people who told me, Hernan, don't quit. One of them, of course, my lovely wife, because we already, put in so much that if I quit, it's like selling an investment when it's down on the market. That's when you lose. But if you never lose and you wait until the investment is up, you make money. So she was like, don't quit now, don't quit now. And I was like, I'm going to go somewhere else. I'm going to either start selling policies, which I could have done, or I'm going to go into a business that I know that I can go back and start making a lot of money right away. So don't wait till you have a problem. But she told me continue. Okay. Then Jamie called me because I was talking to Darren and both had an intervention with me. And Jamie's like, we can see how your business is running. It's going to start snowballing, Hernan. Hold on. Don't go. Don't make a mistake. So I thank Jamie. I thank Darren. I thank Asi. And I thank also Annie, because I was about to just move all the licenses under Annie, wait until Asi got licensed so that she could get those, and I was going to do something else. I am so thankful to all of them and to all of you, of course, for your preference. But I got to let you know, we all will have moments of doubt. We all will have moments of doubt. The best advice I can give you, okay, is keep your pen moving, because that is going to give you the money that you need to live. And also very well if you are like monster writers like Carmela and Charles, of course, but not everyone is going to be a monster writer like them. But even if you can, okay, just put $2,000 to $3,000 a month while you are recruiting and teaching others. That is going to keep you out of trouble for most people. Now, if you're become better at writing and you can make $5,000 to $10,000 a month, which all of you can do, then you're going to really be able to breathe and you're going to be walking with more confidence. At the same time, don't forget to recruit, because, the real, okay, peace of mind is that today we are so fortunate that the snowball is coming down faster and faster and faster, Neil. And I'm mentioning your name because I can see you in the middle of my screen. I can see Carmela, Charles, Denise Jackson, Buki, and Sandra B. Okay, at the top of my screen. But the thing here is, right now, we're not getting younger, none of us, okay? But my knee was gone like 4 nights ago. Today is better. But I was just letting my wife know, if in other business, or even if I had to go to an office and go up escalators and everything, I'd be done. What just happened to Charles, and we're glad that you're doing better. this business, the key, the security for you and for your loved ones is to build the passive income overrides. It's incredible. Once you go wide enough, and the key here, I need everyone, for your own sake, next year, you must double the directs that you have, if not triple. See, when you go wide, the width give you the fortune of the riches, okay? The deepness will give you the stability, but the real richness comes through the width, the directs that you have. Focus on going more directs to go wider. That is gonna also bring your income a lot faster on overrides, and continue riding. So, sister, I don't want to make it too much more complicated or overload people. Hopefully I answered correctly. You can ask me any other question.
Yes, thank you so much, Hernan and Azi, for this beautiful presentation and these answers. My next question to you before I open the room for everybody to ask is, what are the strategies that you put in place in terms of like prospecting? You know, how do you utilize social media to prospect your business? So that
Thank you.
Somebody who is brand new here on this call and wondering, how can I grow my business faster? Or like Hernan, you know, can pick up on some of those aspects. So we'd love to hear that. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. So to use social media and what we do, okay, and everyone should do here. So make a note on this, please. Everyone should take time to open, this is what we use LinkedIn, open a LinkedIn and make sure that it is properly set up. We have a free class that is recorded on the Heartbeat app. And again, I will have a call with you, Carmela, and with Charles, and also with Jos, to invite the rest of your team members or to send them that link, okay? Just make your LinkedIn profile look professional and send 20 invitations every day to licensed agents, okay? 20 invitations. And you can have the LinkedIn free version to do this, no problem. You can do it manually. For those that are more advanced, you can do it with automation. But if you don't want to pay anything extra, you can just open a free LinkedIn account, okay? And you can even watch a YouTube video or watch my video, okay? In 5 minutes, you're going to see on YouTube how to filter contacts by industry on LinkedIn and send an invitation. Any YouTube video will show it to you in any language, okay? Send 20 invitations every day to licensed agents. You'll be able to also search by companies. So without targeting at one single company, you can choose a few companies that you know are builders, because that is the sweet spot, companies who also attract, okay? So I'll give you a few names so that no one can say I'm targeting a company, because we don't target a single company, we empower everyone. You know, you can go and add people from WRG, GFI, HEI, PHP, PFA, Primerica, the list is endless, okay? And so you send an invitation, and I can share later, you know, in another class or with my scripts, what I say to them, okay? But the main thing is you must increase your contacts in LinkedIn, and you also in Facebook, okay, should join multiple groups of licensed insurance agents as well, okay? Multiple ones. And, you know, when you are also getting suggestions on people to send invitations, as soon as you start following a few agents who have a license, there are going to be more suggestions. Invite more people that are in the industry. Then what you must do is you should have and post valuable content related to the industry in your profiles. Because if people do not know what you do for a living, they'll be like, what do they do for a living? But if you visit my Facebook, you'll clearly know what I do for a living, and that we are always empowering agents and showing the opportunity. So then people will be like, oh, well, Carmel is serious about this, you know, or Neil is serious about this, because they take their business seriously, right? So of course, you also have to put a few things on a personal level, but if you are using it to grow your business, people must know what you do for a living. Those are the ones that I believe are super powerful. But obviously, if you want to take it to a step higher, okay, YouTube is very powerful too because of the engine. So you don't need to be worried sometimes. What do I put in YouTube? What do I put in LinkedIn? What do I put in Facebook? When you have a doubt, post the same thing everywhere. Just YouTube has to be videos, obviously. But like right now, you're recording this, sister. This is incredible. Every time that we are a guest into a Zoom or we are teaching a class ourselves, we ask for the recording because we grab it and then we repurpose it. We upload it into YouTube, you know, depending if everything is shareable or not, but we'll choose a few parts. If you don't know how to edit, just hire someone for $5 who know how to edit and say, hey, I just want this 5 or 10 minutes, you know, where you're speaking, you know, when, let's say, Denise, if you come to the microphone sometimes, you know, in your team, just grab that video, okay, that part where you were there, and upload it to your YouTube channel, upload the same video to TikTok, upload the same to Facebook, upload the same to LinkedIn, because that way you will be able to have the same content for different platforms. Because some people live in Facebook, but some people never go to their LinkedIn. So if you put it in LinkedIn and the guy who never goes into Facebook will see you. So all we do is very simple. Wherever we record goes up everywhere at once. Wherever we record goes up everywhere at once. And the reason why, okay, we live on a digital era. We live on a digital era, especially since COVID, okay? So when you are in a digital era, this also becomes, whether some people would like to accept it or not, show business in the way that, you know, what people perceive is more powerful than reality. What people perceive is more powerful than reality. Obviously, you must know your trade and everything, but if they see that someone has 100 videos on a topic, okay, and there might be someone who is a master of insurance, IULs and everything, but doesn't have anything or have maybe 3 videos in front of the people, okay, in social media, social proof, that one who has the most content will win in the attraction business. So with us, okay, we put so much content out there that now people call us. But you don't have to wait 5 years, Denise. There are some tools that I have shared before, and I can share them again with Carmela and Charles, okay, where you can grab a video, okay, and for like $11 a month, okay, I'm not talking big money, $11 a month. One of those tools is called Opus Clips. Opus Clips, I can send you my link. You just upload it, it will cut it, put it in shorts, you click a button, and it will go 7 different social medias. So in the time that I've been speaking, that I had the honor to speak with you, that has been, let's say, 30 minutes, if I upload that to Opus Clips, it's going to give me 45 short videos, okay? So 45 short videos, that's already a lot, right? And I spoke in another group 2 days ago, another 45 short videos and another one. Before you know it, even if we don't record another video, which we will, but even if we don't record another video in 3 months, we have almost 150 short videos that we can upload. So in 1 year, Denise, you can have 1,000 shorts just from a few different occasions, you know, plus you can talk about how your day was and, you know, I'm about to start my calls. Just put content out there and a call to action. And one tip that is a pro tip for those of you who want to put the 2 minutes to learn how to put what is called an outro on your video, and this Opus Clip can do it for you. You just upload it. I always put my QR code at the end of the videos, okay? Sorry? Yeah, well, of course, you mentioned your name. Yes, like right now you see it. My name is in the front, but and your phone number. But at least, you know, if you're uploading something that you already recorded, You can put your QR code at the end, make sure that it stays for like 7 seconds, and that it says scan now. Because then if someone is watching on their TV or in their computer, they can grab their phone and scan, and make sure that scan will go to contact you, right? So either to your Calendly or will go to your to your WhatsApp or any other way that they can reach you. But you gotta be reachable. And on every single post, okay, every single post, it takes time. And when I was a beginner in social media, I'm not an expert, but it's working, right? I was always thinking, oh, I gotta take some time to, under YouTube, I gotta put the description of the video. Now it's easier with artificial intelligence, but even if you just make something short and the same that you always put under all your videos, just say, okay, this is Carmela, and I'm a trainer, you know, they have to read it again, right? They gotta know. To be a part of our team, just click on this button and put again a link to go to you or to a presentation. I do that on YouTube. I do that on Facebook. You will always see it. Go to my Facebook, click anywhere. I take the extra time. And I said, if you want to be a part of the Icebreakers Team of Champions, send me a DM or click on this link for more information, and it send them to a landing page, because the video will attract, okay? But if you don't have anywhere where to send them, then the circle is not complete. You need to send them straight to your WhatsApp or your Calendly or another presentation. And remember another thing. Hopefully this one will bring you a lot of value, okay? We all are, you know, we are mammals, right? And so all mammals listen to their parents, mostly the mother, okay? Because when you know, we are the ones that are lucky enough to have a mother, right? You know that she's gonna always tell you, do this, don't do this, do this, don't do this, right? That's called call to action, or the voice of command. Some of you here, I hear that were in the army, okay? Voice of command, okay? Most humans, we follow orders and the voice of command. So without being bossy, okay, but this is something built in, okay, in the psychology, you gotta let people like, share, and subscribe, follow now, you know, contact me now to empower your business. So you gotta have the call to action. It's been proven that the call to action will give you results. So if you wanna improve your videos or your post, make a call to action always, and remind people to subscribe and share. That's why the people who grow their channels the most do that. So everyone does it, and it might sound like, oh, it's cliche, and you know, why am I gonna say I say it all the time? Okay, all the time. You wanna make $1 million quickly or faster than others? Do it. And do not worry about what others think. Do not worry about what others think, okay? Because most people worry about what others think. But when it's time to pay the mortgage or pay the rent, you know, where are those people that you are worrying about? What are they going to be thinking? I am very clear. I say I am a recruiter and trainer of life insurance agents. I don't go around, and I'm not saying it's wrong if you say, you know, financial professionals. The more clear, the more direct you are, I always say I'm looking for life insurance agents. I'm not looking for stockbrokers. I'm not looking for traders. I'm not looking for crypto gurus. I'm looking for life insurance agent. I'm a proud life insurance agent, and I scream it to, you know, all across the world, and that's what it is. And it's a $3 trillion industry a year in the USA. It's huge. So maybe I made it too long, Carmela, but yeah, it's a fortune.
No, you did not. Thank you for answering that. We really appreciate you. And honestly, you've dropped in some really amazing nuggets tonight. I believe if anybody has never used social media, you guys already have a startup, right? You have a direction. You now see what you need to do to scale your business on social media. I'm so glad. And now let me say this, right? In no way did I hear you ever say, people need to buy this that is so expensive for thousands of dollars. You need to get into this course, into that course, and all that. Because sometimes, right? I always say this: utilize all the free ways of making this work first until you have skill. You shared your story, how you started. You guys started by saying that there was a time when you felt like this computer is the only one I'm going to use until I can make enough money. But now
That's
today,
correct.
we want to find shortcuts so badly, right? Like we start spending both purchasing courses, signing up here, signing up there. What can you say to people like that? Because I feel like 80% of the time, agents get burned out because they start up thinking that there is a short way to this success that is going to happen overnight, because if you look at even the leads experts and everything, because refusing to do the work is like an excuse to want to succeed without sacrificing, right? And sacrifice is not always financial, because 80% of the time you're going to hear people say, oh, I spend $3,000 on this course, I spend buying these leads or buying that, and at the end of the day it did not turn out to be something. What message can you have for this kind of agents? Like if somebody started today, what would be your takeaway for them? Like what would be something that you want them to pick on and run with? Because sometimes that is where people get distracted a lot, and they don't want to like commit to the work. Like for example, showing up, making those phone calls you're talking about, sending those messages, sitting down to say, okay, this is what Hernan discussed here. But they don't want to take that time. Like you said, I picked very essential things when you say you wake up, you start at 6 a.m. all the way to 11, send out all these messages to a bunch of different groups. Until you do that, you've not started your day, and you do that every day unfailingly. What can you say to people who want to go around it, but yet want the same results?
Well, thank you. It's a great question. And, unfortunately, I see that many agents make that mistake, okay? Most people out there selling you courses, they have never had success, at least in life insurance industry, okay? And many of those who say, oh, I have a way to recruit, or I have a way to get you leads, that they are overpriced. If they were so good, they would be having one of the biggest teams in the industry, number one. And number two, they would also be top insurance sales persons, and they are not, okay? Most of those are just digital marketing companies who know how to talk very nicely and very sweetly, but they never been in the industry, okay? So instead of spending $2,000 or $3,000 into courses, I gotta tell you that we have everything for free at Experior. And, just ask your uplines, and we'll send you so many videos where we can show you how to create those for yourself, and you can go as deep as you want. And if you later, first is the basics. First, send the messages yourself before trying to automate them. If after that you want to automate them, after you have some success, first make some money manually, and then you can contact Carmela or Charles or Dios, and they can contact me, and I can let you know what to do. And if you don't want to do it manually, I can put you in touch with someone, okay, that is like how do they call them, virtual assistants, okay? There are so many. And I can let you know there is this software, and this person can connect it for you, and you can have your own system automated. You still will have to pay someone, but instead of having to pay $3,000, it might only cost you $500, or it might cost you $1,000, and now you're going to have it for yourself. There is nothing out there, okay, that all these lead vendors are doing that you cannot do yourself at a fraction of the cost. But you're either going to have to put in time to learn how to do it, or you can hire someone, but who's going to charge you a fraction of what those guys are going to charge you, because the ones that are charging you for a system $5,000, trust me, they are not doing the connection. They're calling someone in India, in Ukraine, or in Philippines, and they are going to double the price for what they are selling to you. But I know who can do it for you for real cost. and we don't make money on any of that. Like, we're not interested on making money on leads. I'm not interested into sending someone for you to talk to this guy in Philippines and making $2 an hour on top of what this guy is charging. We don't care about that. We want you to bootstrap your business, to get as much return on investment on your efforts or in your hard-earned money, and after that, you can duplicate and replicate that, okay? But when it comes to all the basic and even medium advanced on digital marketing, I feel very confident that I can tell you how to do it, and you're not gonna have to pay me a single cent. The only thing that you have to do is be coachable, okay? Watch some videos if we have them already done, because our time is valuable as well, and we already recorded many of those videos. And if for any reason, we need to re-record a video, then just show up on time so we can teach you a class that we can record to share with others. And if there is something else that we cannot answer for you, we will bring an expert on that. So don't waste your money, okay? But number one, really, there is no shortcuts. Learn how to do it first manually, okay? And that's what I say. Now, if someone really is into buying leads and they're an expert already making phone calls, they know that with Experior, they can still go and buy their leads wherever they want to, okay? Because there are some lead vendors that are real. We can even point you into the direction of some people that we know they're not gonna scam you, but still it's your decision if you buy or you don't buy the leads, okay? And that's why we don't ask for a cut on any of the leads, because if for any reason some of the leads have a problem or a failure, we don't wanna feel like we were making a cut on your money, okay? But if someone here already comes from another system or they know some lead vendors, you know what? It's awesome. It's your business. Go and buy those then yourself, but you gotta know that before you spend money on leads, you gotta be very good at being able to quote quickly while you're on the telephone or while you're in the computer, if you're gonna do it on Zoom, and you gotta dominate the communication on the telephone. Otherwise, you might spend, I don't know, $500, $1,000, $2,000, $3,000, and those leads will come to you, and maybe they were really good leads too. But if you don't know how to handle it or to close on the telephone or on Zoom, you're gonna say, oh, someone sold me garbage. But maybe those leads with someone who's really proactive, that person would make $30,000 and you made zero. So I would not spend on leads unless you know what you're doing, and unless, like any other investment, is money that you're not depending to live on, because it's like everything. You have to be able to risk only what you can afford to lose.
Love it. Wow. And Nazi, thank you guys so
You're
much.
very welcome.
Let's give a round of applause to this amazing couple, guys.
Thank you. Thank you.
Hour. Love
I
you guys.
wish you a happy new year. Oh, there's a question, so go ahead. I was gonna pass the microphone to Asi, but go ahead.
Yeah, let them give you some shout outs first, some hearts, some hands, everything. If you feel like these two right here have given you some nuggets tonight, show them love. Show them love. Ooh, love it, love it, love it, love it.
Thank you for all the love. Thank you so much.
Wow, thank you,
You guys are companion, are cheerleaders, and you're just bringing up and up. Thank you.
Thank you.
Amazing, amazing. So now we're gonna open the floor for questions, okay? Any I think Chico, throw your hand up if you want to go ahead. Mute yourself.
I'm gonna lower our desk here to sit down because my legs are killing me, but go ahead. Now we're lowering it.
It's
you
okay.
You can sit here.
Sorry.
Go ahead. We are here. No, don't be sorry. We are here for you guys, and we love to be here. So we are open to any questions, to anything. So,
Chigo, where are you? We can't see you. If you have to speak so I can spotlight you. I can't see you. I think he jumped out. I don't know. Maybe he. Okay. Anyone has a question for our senior executive directors, Enan and Azi Rodriguez? Any questions? So that means everybody is a champion now on social media, right?
Sorry, Sandra B.
Over to you.
It's not a question, but I just want to appreciate you being vulnerable by saying that you had wanted to quit 4 times, because I believe most of us have been in that space. Myself, I'm currently in that space because I'm moving in full time and I'm beginning to ask myself, okay, can I do this? And I keep telling myself I can do it. So seeing from your success and knowing that you have wanted to give up at some point, but then you are enjoying that push, even during those moments, give me a lot of encouragement. So thank you for sharing all those great insights. I'm getting into social media, getting out of my comfort zone. So thank you for sharing all of that and all of those great tips. It really personally does help me.
Oh, thank you, Sandra. It's our pleasure, because we have to always speak with the truth. That's how it is in business. But one of the things that I want to let you know that is a guarantee here, okay, is that if you give it your best and if you really every single day, okay, because you say you're going full time, okay, I normally don't encourage anyone to go full time unless they are really committed, and hopefully you don't depend just on this for your income. But with the teachers that you have here, okay, like Carmela and Charles, if you're coachable and you're gonna put 100% commitment, energy for daily action, there is no way to fail. There is no way to fail because every single person needs what we have, whether they are in trouble financially with debts, because we have debt solutions for them, which you will be getting paid, to the very rich, because we have products for the very rich. So it doesn't matter if someone has debt or is really rich, okay? Just be coachable, and if there are questions you cannot answer, bring your leader, and then it's easy. Bring them over, plug and play, but constant action, plug and play. You are destined to have success, is guaranteed, as long as you are, a warrior. You have the heart of a warrior, you will win. It's no question. Just do that. The traction will happen, okay?
Love it. Thank you, Enan. Somebody has a question in the chat. They say, does someone have to show face to face maybe to have success on social media? I don't know what they mean by that. Were you trying to say face to face or
show their face? I think that's what they're trying to say.
face?
I think she's trying to say show her face.
Oh, okay.
To have success on social media.
Well,
okay.
In this business, I would say yes, because people need to know who you are, because we're on a license business, right? And they need to know who's going to be their advisor or their mentor. So I would say yes in this business. Now, if you talk another type of business, we have a neighbor, okay? He has 14 million followers in YouTube. So this guy makes $150,000 to $200,000 a month, and he's never showed his face. But his Facebook, he's not selling he's in YouTube. He's not selling financial services or mentoring. He has a cartoon channel for psychology. Actually, his channel is called Site to Go. It's super cool, and he's super nice and humble guy, but it's a different business. He has animators who just create these cartoons for psychology, but we are selling education, financial solutions. So yes, I would say to have success, you on social media, you must show your face. The same that if you go into someone's door and knock, if you're gonna go face to face, not online, you cannot show up with a mask or a ski mask, You gotta show who you are, because in this business, we are life insurance agents. We are not secret agents. I hope that answers.
Thank you.
Thank you. And Denise has her hand up too, I think.
Yes, Denise has her hand up. Then after that, we have Jean-Claude. After Jean-Claude, we have Justine. Justine, then Agnes in that order.
Awesome.
Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
All right. First of all, I want to say thank you very much for joining
You're
us.
welcome.
This is a whole lot of great information that a lot of us didn't have or had questions about or was wondering about. How do we do this? How do we get started with this? So I wasn't for sure if you said you was going to send the informations or the link to Carmela for the websites that you did or the apps that you did mention, or if they're in our back office where we can go look it up and try to do it ourselves outside of calling you, because you did say we can call you and ask you, right?
Yeah, so the way that I would suggest to be done, we have a few ways that we can pass the information to you. One,
Okay.
we have Telegram groups that are open to all of you, okay? Carmela and Charles have the links, but what you must do is have Telegram in your phones, and I recommend that you bring it into your computer or your tablet. That way you can see everything on a bigger screen. And please use your real names, because a lot of people in Telegram, they start using nicknames like Hello Kitty 25 and Snoopy 15. And we are not going to let people with those names in the groups, because there is a lot of spammers trying to enter Telegram groups, right? But when you use your real name, Carmela and Charles are going to send you the link of the groups. When you click in, you automatically are going to go into what is called a waiting room. And we will see you in the waiting room. And I'll go to the back office and I say, okay, it's Justin Azaba. Cool. Boom. She's in the group. And so in the group, we always are advertising when we are having live trainings, or every time we record a new video, we put it in the Telegram group. And on top of that, we have a mobile app that is free for all of you. It's not just the really good, obviously, mobile app that Experior has. No, this one is for the icebreakers. All of you are part of the hierarchy. And so everything that we put in the Telegram, we put it in more order by modules into an app called the Heartbeat app. It's free. We have it for iPhone and for Android, and also for your computers. So everything we create is there. And I have links of all the different softwares that I use myself. And most softwares that I use are quite affordable, or at one time only. You pay like $50 for life. You know, I don't want people to pay a lot for anything. But also, I'm going to give you a warning. Don't try to go in and start getting every single software also, because there are some that are going to apply more for you. So just take some of those lessons first, try manually, and then on the Telegram group, so that everyone can, get benefit from it. You can type, what can I do for this situation? And I will answer, and so more people can benefit in the group. That's how I would rather do it. And if you have extra questions, then Carmela or Charles can let me know, or Dios, and we can do a specific class for specific things, and we'll be glad to do that. And we're not going to charge you nothing, because you are members of the Icebreakers Team of Champions. Thank you so much.
Love it. Thank you.
Thank you.
Welcome. Go ahead, Jean-Claude.
Yes, good evening.
Good evening.
I just want to, first of all, thank you for the wonderful nugget that you gave us. Also, I have the first question is, what recommendation that you give in terms of staffing? Because we can have a vision of large team to build, but at what level do you recommend to have even one person in the staff, either oversee or on the spot, in order to help to handle the load of either a lot of agents, because we have vision of growing fast this 2026. So at what point do you recommend to have somebody as a staff?
It is a great question. At what moment to have a staff member, okay? I guess it depends on how you want to build your business, okay? Some leaders might have a staff member even if they only have 3 or 10 agents if all of them are really very good writers and heavy writers, because they might say, you know what, I'll collaborate with someone to help you fill out forms while you guys are closing. But if that's not your case, that is most times not the case, I would recommend that you don't have a staff member until you cannot and each of your agents handle the load of their clients. And for recruiting, okay, I would also say, just on our example, we don't have a staff member ourselves because we do it in a different way. The way that we do it, I lost Jean-Claude. I don't know if we can put him in the screen, but as long as he can hear me, it's good.
Yes, I'm here.
Awesome.
Yes.
Now I can see you. Thank you so much, Jean-Claude.
Okay.
Yeah. So for us, we do it in a little different way. Okay. And again, there are some leaders that as soon as they have 20 agents, obviously agents that are producing, because you don't want to be paying for staff when, you know, it's not worth it because it's just going to be coming out of your pocket. It needs to be justifiable. So that's the number one thing. Are you making enough to pay the staff member? That's the same as bootstrapping. Or are you making enough through your own production or your agent's productions to justify paying someone? Number one, that's the key, okay? Because the way that we personally do it, we do it more with partners, okay? The way that we did it is we share the code of agents that we recruit. So when you share the code with your downlines, obviously key downlines, you don't want to be sharing with someone who's not going to be dedicated to the agents that you're recruiting, of course. But let's imagine, okay, the way we did it, and now at our level at 1,200 agents, we are starting to hire, but not full-time. We just give contract to certain people to help us with certain tasks. We don't like to have an employee full-time because we are more entrepreneurs. We rather first within our team see who can handle certain things and work with them or even pay them, okay? Hire within. Or create an alliance, okay? If you, like, how many agents do you have at the moment, Jean-Claude?
55.
That's very nice. Congratulations. With licenses, all of them?
No. No, not yet.
Oh, but still, congratulations.
Maybe 20.
20? Okay, that's awesome. It's very good. Okay, if you have 20, okay? And I don't know if most of them with license are direct to you on a line or how's the structure, okay? But this is what I would do. I would choose my first, directs, the first 3 that are more dedicated, okay? And if you are getting overwhelmed already, I would delegate some tasks. First, play as a team. Who's best for what, okay? You still are the quarterback at the top, but who's best for what? You might not need to hire anyone if you delegate that, because they have to also help you as an upline the same way that you help them as an upline, they should also help you. Why? Because there's going to be a moment, okay, that you can also share with them either clients if you are too busy, and you can, there is nothing wrong. Obviously, your own EDs and uplines can let you know when it's correct to do a split, okay? But when you are the one passing, no one can tell you nothing because it's not like you're taking. So what we do, and we were talking today, my wife and I, because now we're penetrating the Persian market in Vancouver, but we're so busy because we need to be here to help you and everything, that when someone in ASI's, center of influence need to get insurance, we are going to give it to an agent. And first we go like, who else speaks Farsi to take care of the Persians? If there is no one there, okay, they are bilingual, who we're going to send it to. So instead of having to pay for an assistant to help us, we'd rather pass the client to one of our agents, okay, to free us up of time. And we'll be like, hey, he's our client because they trust us, and they're going to trust you because we're sending you the client. So let's do a split anyway. So we get an override, plus we get a part of the policy split, of course. Then we don't need to get an assistant for clients that way when you have a team.
So good.
Yes, and for recruiting, this is how we do it ourselves. But I'm not saying that everyone does it this way, okay? I'm just sharing how we done it. At our level 2, when we recruit, we only keep direct people that are at the executive director level, and sometimes certain senior managers. Otherwise, we recruit and we send a large portion, okay, and Carmela and Charles can give you a class on beams if you're not familiar how they are. But again, since we are the ones sending, no one can tell us no, because we are sending them. We're just asking with our leaders, that are in our hierarchy, who can still take people, because some of them might be overwhelmed already. But if you can take an agent, we ask, okay, boom, we're going to send you a person. Most times we send people with a license anyway, but even if they don't have a license, we send the majority of that code down, and we keep a small portion, because obviously we need to be rewarded with all the time we put in social media and everything. But that lift the need of having, assistants and virtual assistants, because let's say I do this a lot with yours, Carmela and Charles, because they're amazing trainers. So if I know they are going to take care of it, it's up to them. I know they have a great system, but it's up to them if they're doing it personally or if they have their own assistants. I'm not going to question how they're doing it. It's their own business, and we are trusting them 100%. But that frees us up from having to have, staff and assistants. We much rather, we rather recruit more, and we rather have, business partners than employees. We rather have business partners than employees. That is key. Once, hopefully makes sense to you.
Yes,
if it makes sense to you and you want to apply it, again, I'm not saying not to have an assistant if you need it, and especially if you have a family member too or a spouse, even more powerful. But otherwise, get one, but only for the things that you really, really need, that, and that do not need a license. If you need someone with a license, it's better that you pass it over to someone in your team. So sorry if I'm making it too long.
Yes.
I wanted to make it very clear for
Thank you.
Love
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. That is definitely, absolutely. You said everything. I mean, like they always say, you learn from the best and trigger it downward. He knows. We do that already. So exactly how you explain it. So
Yes, thank you.
exactly what we always encourage, because sometimes, I always say this business is more of a relationship business. It's all about relationship. And I want to say this to people who are going to be, leaders of other leaders tomorrow, because leading is something that you have to be an example. And when you're not connected to the people that are leading you today, who is going to connect with you tomorrow? So you have to always emulate what you see others do, right? Teamwork is everything. It's everything. All the time, people are coming in and going out in this business. Every single day, people are coming in. And only, just like Hernan said, dedicated, committed, active people are the ones that are always on the front line. For example, it happens every day. I think a few days ago, we're talking about positioning some new people. And what is the positioning? Do you think somebody is going to position somebody with somebody who doesn't have the ability or, the work ethics to kind of like run that business? It's not going to happen. Or let's say you only show up for the business when you feel like it. You're not committed. You're not dedicated. You're not taking leadership roles. You're not taking responsibilities. You're not being coached. I'm sorry, you're going to run your business by yourself. But today, make a commitment. Change that. And I bet you your 2026 cannot be the same. Thank you, Jean-Claude. That was an amazing question. I love that you asked it. And, I hope this was so resourceful for everybody. Thank you. I think we have Justine, then Agnes. Agnes, you're after Justine, okay? So Justine, over to you. Thank you, Jean-Claude. Appreciate
you, Jean-Claude.
And for your time.
Thank you so much, Hanan. Thank you so much, Hanan,
You're
and your
welcome,
wife, for
Justine.
this wonderful motivation. My question will go for those who just joined the business, the new agent that are so discouraged and they don't feel like they can close even a single business. What advice would you give to those new agents?
Thank you. Excellent question. So for those new agents, who do not know how to close the business. The main thing that I want to say is don't try to close the business yourself.
That's right.
Bring your trainer, okay? Because your trainer knows how. Position your trainer correctly, okay? And I'm sure there is a class that Carmela, Charles, or Dios can give you. But I remember when I was brand new to this business, and I was maybe 19 or 20 years old the first time before I left the industry, okay? And all I was doing, I was just calling some of the people that I knew to let them know that I joined financial services, okay? And that my trainer or manager, however you want to word it or call it, okay, your mentor, gave me, I was saying this. So let's say that I was calling you and I was, hey, Justin, how are you?
Good.
I'm
How
calling
are
you by
you?
the phone. I'm doing great, Justin. Hey, I want to let you know, I just joined the financial service industry, and I was talking here with my trainer, and he's giving me, okay, training and the opportunity to share a financial needs analysis session so that you know what this is. They're going to train me with a real case with my friends, okay, on how to service people to give them a better financial future. So I'm calling you because you're my friend, okay, and I need training. I need to do 10 trainings. Do you think you can give me 30 minutes of your time to 45 minutes to go over this training? Yes? I cannot hear you. Your microphone is muted. Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. No, I don't think so. I don't have the time for that training.
Oh, you don't have the time? Okay. Well, I was thinking on my 10 friends because normally these sessions, okay, have a cost of about $1,000, but for you, it's no cost, and we can show you how to get a better financial future. I thought you could help me. If you don't want to help me, no problem. Thank you. I will hang up on you because I'm calling you as my friend.
That's
You know what
right.
I mean? So if you don't want to help me, you don't want to help me, but I'm gonna go to the next one. But if you were to help me, okay, then all I'm gonna do now in this case, say yes. Let's say that you say sure. You're a better friend.
Okay. All right. Yes. What time do you want me to
Okay.
meet with you?
Okay, no problem. First of all, I want to let you know that my trainer, Carmela, is a certified, okay, certified life insurance and financial professional. So everything that we are going to be going over is protected, okay, all your information. And we're going to need 45 minutes. But Justine, what do you prefer? That we meet at your house or at the office, or that we do it on Zoom?
Zoom is preferred. Thank you.
Zoom is preferred. Awesome.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna imagine in this case that you have a spouse too. Okay. So I'm gonna say, Justine, can Johnny be also at a Zoom call?
I think he's too busy. Just me is fine.
Just you is fine.
Mhm.
You know, the best way to train me, and they are making me, okay, do this as a requirement because it's a simulation with a married couple or with spouses, however you want to name it, okay? Because you want the two people present. Remember, when there
Okay.
is another person making decisions, you want both. Otherwise, it's not gonna go anywhere. So just by being coachable, what I would tell you is, why can you talk to Johnny, please, and let him know that, is to help me with his training, okay? I need 10 trainings before they let me do it on my own, okay?
Okay.
Now, you can also be a little difficult again and ask me if I want to try to sell you something.
Okay. All right. What is
Tell
this all about? Are you trying to sell me something? Because everybody's on social media, sell this one. I want to buy this. I'm not interested in buying. Is that
Oh,
buying or selling?
no worries, Justine. We are not going to try to sell you anything, okay? We really need to ask you some questions in order for my training to be real, okay? So we're going to ask you some financial questions. And again, all your information is going to be kept private and confidential because this is a regulated industry. All we're going to do is we're going to see where you're at financially or where you want to be, and we're going to create a roadmap. Now, Justine, also don't be shy if you see anything that we're going to present you, because you're going to give us real information. We're going to give you real solutions. if through the presentation you see something or Johnny that is going to help you in your case, by all means, let us know, okay? Because then my trainer, Carmela, can help you with that. But no, we're not here to try to sell you anything. Once I complete 10 of these trainings, I'll be on my way to be able to be certified to do it on my own. So that's how I would do it. That's how I used to do it. So for those agents who do not know how to close, all they need to know is how to set the meeting with their trainers, because once it's set, those agents don't have to do nothing other than to be present with a trainer in Zoom or in person. You know, be cordial, introduce them, and be quiet. The number one thing is they are there to learn, to listen. Do not interrupt, okay? Sometimes people start talking in the middle of the presentation, and then it can backfire. Do not interrupt, okay? After your 10 live presentations, you will be able to know what to do. And obviously, your mentors will always be your mentor. So don't try to close it. And, you know, again, everything comes to being coachable. There are so many agents, okay, in the icebreakers, and so many that are even closer to us on the hierarchy, that they commit mistakes too, even on recruiting, because they want to go and present the opportunity on their own when they haven't presented with success. And I go like, bring me into the meeting, especially if it is people with licenses and leaders, but they want to do it on their own. And you know what I go like, I don't know, who has the 1,000 agents, you know, who can help you better. In this case, who's making, you know, over $500,000 is Carmela and Charles, who know better. So if we are humble and we are also coachable, we are going to be having more success in this business. That's the number one thing. At the same time, enter trainings, and the book or the audiobook that I recommended earlier is incredible, by Tom Hopkins, How to Sell Financial Services by Tom Hopkins. Everyone should listen to that 5 times, even professionals, because Tom Hopkins is a master, he's a monster. I don't know if he's still alive, but that man deserves a statue. Maybe one day I'll build him one. Go ahead, Agnes. And I hope that I answered your question, Justine.
Yes. Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you, Justine, for that beautiful question, by the way. So thank you.
Thank you.
Yes. All right. We're going to have Agnes. Agnes, where are you? So
I'm right here.
Hi.
I just want to say thank you so much. Thank you, Hernan. Thank you, Azzy. And thank you, Carmela and Charles, for putting this together. As a new agent, this is everything, right? And I'm excited to be here. My question for Hernan today it has to do with LinkedIn. So how do you navigate being able to use LinkedIn for financial services when you're already in a career that requires you to be heavily and professionally represented in LinkedIn for that space? Do you still incorporate it with that same profile you've already built? So I have a profile, for instance, that is over 10 years in a specific career. How do I then, and I'm not making a transition yet, how do I then add on to financial services?
Yes, it's a great question. Let me answer it to the best of my abilities.
Okay.
Your case is a very specific case, but I'm going to ask you questions to get to the bottom of this truth, okay? So the other career that you have, okay, that you have also in LinkedIn, okay, because you mentioned they require you to be heavily represented in LinkedIn. Do they require you by contract to only represent them in LinkedIn?
No.
No. Okay. And, you know, LinkedIn is and was originally invented for recruiters. Okay. That was the purpose of that social media. Okay, so right now, and if you have a career that you cannot disclose it to us here, don't answer me. Okay, but if you can answer, because I want to give you good feedback. Okay. The other day, I was talking with an agent, I'm not going to say who's working for a specific branch of the government that I was, you shouldn't even tell me that you're there. But anyway, I was going to say, if you can share with us, what is your other career?
Okay. I am a scientist with a pharmaceutical company.
Okay.
And my LinkedIn is verified through my current role.
Okay. Okay. So good. So you're a scientist, and that's awesome. But what do they require you to be in LinkedIn? Do they ask you to be in LinkedIn? Because I want to just know, why would you not be able to shift it to financial services? Will they fire you if you don't use LinkedIn for them?
No, so it's not necessarily for my job. I'm talking of my career trajectory itself.
Okay.
So I would say that it's a career that has built all the way from grad school, then from one company to the other. And so it's almost like you have this reputation.
I understand.
For over a decade in one career, and you're still in the career.
Yes.
And then
good answer.
Yeah.
Sorry for cutting you off.
That's
I'm trying to get to we call these smokes and mirrors, okay?
Mm.
So obviously what you have accomplished is like remarkable, okay? And you have more studies than myself. You remind me of my daughter, because she just graduated from biomechanical engineering, okay? She has more brain power than me, okay? And she has all her accolades over there, okay? And that's awesome.
Next to Dr. Hernan, by the way.
Doctor? Awesome, doctor. Nice. But so what I was going to say is this. Is your goal, okay, at some point to transition full-time into financial services or mostly to help your community and continue in that other career, or to do the two at once? What is your goal? I want to answer you, and I believe I know what I'm going to tell you, but I'm taking you there step by step. What is your goal here?
It's a combination of both for now.
For now. Okay, but you want to be fired if they know that you do insurance, correct?
Yeah.
They will not fire you? Your connection is a little laggy. Sorry. Yes? Can you hear me? You'll be okay. You were not going to get fired or nothing.
Yes.
Because you're not, right? No, they're not going to fire you, right? We don't want to put you in jeopardy.
No.
They're not? No? Okay.
No.
So I'll let you know what I would do, okay? Obviously, do not erase everything you've done over 10 years, because that's very commendable. That's going to give you more power as a financial professional. But what I would do, I would immediately, like if you want, send to Carmela your LinkedIn and send it to me. But what I would do, I would immediately, okay, add what I'm doing, okay, to what you have there on top of that.
Okay.
Because see, if you want, do you want to recruit, or do you want to mostly have clients, or both?
I would love to recruit.
You love to recruit? Okay, so I'm gonna tell you this, okay?
Mm-hmm.
You need to put your recruiter hat. Your recruiter hat means, okay, because you already have a secure place, you have a PhD, you already have a solid career, okay? Now you need to focus in this one. It means do not erase what you have in the other one, okay? But now you gotta start focusing in putting, it's your prospecting tool, okay? Start putting a lot more content on financial services and on how you're gonna empower other agents, because otherwise you're a public scientist, but you're a secret insurance agent.
Yes.
And a secret agent, you're not gonna have success on this. You must use the same profile on LinkedIn, because LinkedIn do not allow to have two profiles.
Right.
Okay, it's not Facebook. And then people will obviously be more attracted to you as client and also as team members, because they'll be like, wow, she's already a doctor and she's in financial services. So the answer is, do not erase what you have, but start focusing all your power, okay, in LinkedIn into recruiting through financial services and start uploading that content. Okay. I would do, and I don't know if you continue uploading content about science, but I wouldn't also say I never put anything on science, but the ratio should be 90-10. 90% financial services from now on, 10% science, so that they know that you still, are a scientist, but your focus should be in financial services. Okay. That's the answer. But I needed to ask you all those questions to make sense. You're so welcome.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you so much, Dr. Agnes. Oh my goodness, Azzy, you are definitely a sister from
Let me pass the microphone to her.
Agnes, thank you, and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas to you.
Just so you guys know, she was my client, right? When I started, like I always say, you never know the power of what you have when you build good relationships. Agnes is one of those people. She came to a program that I organized, and that was how it all happened. She heard the information. It changed everything. I coached her to take the license, and she was like, I'm so busy. I'm like, no, you can do it. You have one. She came to a seminar, a conference that we're having, and she was touched by the power of the product that we listed in front of her. And that was how, when I tell you the power of referral is powerful, through this woman right here, we've had so many referrals. I want to say maybe $250,000 came from her and the people she referred in the business. And I'm like, you can't keep referring. You can make the income and make it. And that was how she took the license. Just, I think, the last one or so. And today she's in the business. It probably took me a year to walk her through the process of saying, hey, you can do this, because we kept the relationship. The power of relationship, guys. Do not ever think that relationships that you build with people are wasteful, especially when they're genuine, especially when you help people from your heart. It means the world to them. So I want to encourage you tonight. Thank you, Azzy. Thank you, Enan. I'm telling you, the time you guys are putting here today, it's not going to be for granted. I'll tell you this.
Thank you for inviting us.
Azzy,
Really?
you and I have personal things, so don't worry.
You have to catch up.
Yes, we got to catch up. We got to catch up in 2026. I'm telling you. 2026, I want to tell you guys this, right? Legacy Champion, Trusted Futures, Crusaders, we are coming bigger than we've ever done it before. Because in this Next Level Academy, Enan and Azzy, you guys being our upline, you guys being our leaders and everything, we see the duplication process happening now than we've ever seen it before. You guys know we're babies in these industries, and now you're a godfather in this industry. And now that you can do it without even writing a pen down, it is something that everybody wants to emulate. And I just want to say thank you guys so much for all the content you give, for all the time that you give us and our team. Next Level Academy was something that we thought we put in place so that we can bring in great players like you guys to come showcase, the expertise in what we do here, because it touches lives, it transforms, it elevates. And I want to tell you here, if you came here tonight and thinking, oh, am I going to get value? I believe you've gotten a lot of it in tons from the beginning to the end of what we're doing right now. Thank you, Enan. Thank you, Azzy. And I'm going to hand it over to Charles to say something. We'll call it
Thank you.
Hey, my brother Enan and Azzy. You guys, we are honored to have you guys here tonight. It's been amazing. Anytime we reach out, you guys always say, don't even mention, you guys showed up on time. You guys give us everything that we asked for. So thank you for being a leader. I remember meeting you guys, it was 2023 in Canada. I felt like we have known you guys for so long.
Thank you.
We're like these brothers and big brother and little brother thing, going on in between you and I, and of course your wonderful wife and my wife, they have the good chemistry together. So thank you for what you do. Thank you for leadership, and thank you for everyone on call tonight. We appreciate you guys for being here tonight. We honor you. We want to see you win. So let's go 2026 for everyone. Let's go and show what we got. We optimistic. We believe 2026 is our year, success and promotion. We got to be a lot of millionaires. Our goals in 2026 to be millionaires, to be, executive partners. That's our goals in 2026. And we want to see a lot of EDs, 100 EDs in 2026.
Yes.
Yes, that's our goal. So we're looking forward to that. And I hope that everyone on this call will testify the success in 2026. Thank you for everyone. Thank you for being here.
And now one last word for everybody.
Last word is don't live for tomorrow what you can do today, because we, better than anyone, we sell life insurance for a reason, and we know anything can happen at any time. So timing is everything. Timing is key. And on top of having our financial house in order, everyone here should be covered properly with life insurance, living benefits, everything, okay? But the best insurance that you can leave your family is right here. The Platinum Legacy Plus is behind us, right there, okay? That is what you guys want to shoot for, okay? Platinum Legacy Plus. So that's what we got to shoot for, everyone. Make sure that your family is protected for generations to come. Because yes, life insurance is how we protect ourselves and our clients, but we have something better than life insurance, because life insurance pays only once. And the Platinum Legacy Plus pays for generations to come. We appreciate you. We love you. Thank you, all of you, and especially the leadership of Carmela, Charles, and Dios here. Everything is about leadership. And we appreciate you from the bottom of our hearts. We want to see you succeed. Thank you. Let's make 2026 the best. Happy New Year, everyone. Muchas gracias.
Yeah, thank you, and thank you, everybody.
Happy New Year.
Thank you.
Happy New Year. Thank you.
Pin you up.
Thank you. Come visit us.
Happy New Year.
Okay.
Happy New Year.
Congratulations,
Thank
everyone.
you.
Also,
Let's
thank
do
you so
this.
much.
Happy New
Thank
Year.
you so much. Happy New Year. Happy New Year.
Yeah, thank you.
Bye, guys.
Good night. Thank you, everybody.
Good night.
Good night. Good night.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Year
It's powerful.
2026.
It's powerful.
Let's
Good
rock.
Let's go.
Everyone.
Good. Sister Joy, Happy New Year, Merry Christmas.
Happy New Year.
You're muted.
Happy New Year. Thank you so much for having us. This was powerful.
So
Man, I
fun.
learned so much, and I always learn from the best.
Amen.
Thank you. Thank you.
Appreciate that.
We appreciate you guys. Charles, Happy New Year.
Thank you.
Good to see you.
Good to see you again. Nora, good to see you. Karen, good to see you. Patricia, everybody. Tina, Chigozie, Sandra B, Mercy, Andrea, Dios. Woo, Dios, you nailed it. Thank you, brother. We love you so much. You and Patricia.
Brother Charles, good
Thank
to see
you.
you, Brother Charles.
Thank you. Thank you so much for inviting us. God bless you. All
Yes,
right. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ruka. Thank you, Beffy, Dana, iPhone, Bookie.
Zina.
Don't say it. Alfredo, Janet, NK Chooks, Alfreda. Thank you guys. So, Sese, Jackie, everybody.
Thank you.
Love you guys. Let's go build this thing like money before.
Thank you. Happy New Year.
Thank you. Good night, everybody.
Good night.
Good morning from my side.
Thank you so much.
Good morning.
Morning.
Good
Ice
morning.
Niger.
Morning, no, it's fine, no.
For more awesome content, like and subscribe now.